You know, in an industry where performers sort of just come and go, Dannii Minogue is a survivor, a career spanning 16 years, 20 hit singles, 4 albums, and of course, as we mentioned, the best of is right out now. Dannii joins us. Good morning, Dannii.
Good morning.
Hey, how cool. Good fun. You've turned us into a dance studio this morning.
Yeah, good. Woken you all up. So the boys like the girls' costumes and all of that. So,
Indeed.
yes.
So you're still having a good time with it?
Yeah, I love it. It's all I want to do, and I've just been fortunate enough to be doing it for 16 years. Awesome.
Now, in one of the clips, the white python, the snake. Tell me all about that.
Well, it kind of came very last minute with the video, but we were looking at concepts of how you would put yourself under pressure. And I actually love snakes, so I said, let's put a snake in, because most people don't like them, and that'll be fine. And it was rather large. It was about 11 foot long, and they had me holding it, standing up at one stage, and my arms were just burning. It was worse than whatever workout you're ever going to do at a gym. And he was very well behaved. He was only 1 year old.
Oh, it didn't try and strangle you or anything?
At one point, he constricted around my waist, but, you know, it's kind of what pythons do.
Yeah.
But at least they don't have any fangs, so they can't bite.
That's a good thing. Now, on the album, you've got some of the older songs. Any reticence with putting some of that stuff on?
The videos, when I was compiling the DVD, I was kind of like this, you know.
Really?
But there's some, like Love and Kisses, that one, that's like 17 years old. I just got my album deal. I thought, I'll do one album and that'll be it. I'll go back to school. So everything since then has been a bonus. And
now, look, and we all go through these fashion moments in our life, and unfortunately...
Disasters, most of mine.
No.
Yeah, a lot of it.
Oh, okay. Memories of?
Well, yes, we had the blonde moment. I had to go through my peroxide phase. But yeah, it's kind of, it's a trip down memory lane. It's intense to do. I didn't realise compiling an album like this would kind of freak me out so much. But
why? Do you remember the time why you decided to be blonde?
No, I don't know. I'm a bit of a hair maniac. So I go into the hairdressers and I'm like, cut it all off, do this, do that. And they agree, which is, you know, sometimes probably they should just say no, just leave it alone. I've tried just about every hairdo there is going.
So you love to experiment?
Yeah, I mean, being a performer, it's all about, for me, the costumes, the dressing up, and it has been since I was a kid pretending to be Olivia Newton-John singing into a hairbrush. But, you know, now I get to do it in real life.
Wow. And some wonderful moments, though. But, I mean, and in real life, what a tough year the Minogue clan has had? Yeah,
I guess, I mean, you realise a lot of people have come up to me, like in the streets or wherever I am, and you know, there's also other people going through heavy times, and I guess coming out of it now, now that we can see the light, it's just the fact that we've been very lucky and very fortunate, but I'm very blessed that she's here and she's healthy, and so this year's a good year.
So many people, as you said, have come up to you, and I'm sure talk to you about their pain and their stories at time of battling cancer. What's been the most poignant moment?
Well, I didn't want to be a spokesperson for breast cancer. All I wanted to be last year was a support to my sister, and it was.
But what
really...
about other things people have told you? Because you know, people once they have somebody else.
This one woman came up to me. I was signing my records at a store just a couple of days ago, and she came up and she said, "It's been 1 month since I finished my treatment from breast cancer, and having seen my sister go through that, I know it's a really heavy treatment. It takes hardcore stamina to get through that." And she said, my coming out party, where the first time I'm going to see my friends, where I'm not lying in a hospital bed or lying in bed at home, is at my gig on Thursday. So I said, fantastic, we're going to have a party. Of course, I'm going to dedicate a song to her on stage, and you know, stuff like that touches me. It's great to see survivors, and that's inspiring for everyone else who's going through it.
But the Minogue clan, there's a serious work ethic in the Minogue clan. Was that quite deliberately instilled upon you by your folks?
No, they got really upset recently and said, when are we getting grandchildren? You're all working too hard. And finally, my brother and his girlfriend have just had a baby, so they are very, very happy, and that keeps me off the hook for a little while. I don't know what it is. I guess the three of us have been lucky to do something that we absolutely love, that we'd want to do even if we weren't getting paid to do it. So
What did you take for a baby present?
I got a little box where you put your first hair lock and the little armband and all the little things in little boxes. But actually, the shopping goes on. It's endless. It's non-stop. And I'm on the phone to Kylie all the time. Just seen this. I'm going to get this. And this poor child is just going to be swamped with too many presents and too many clothes.
I know your life in London is quite extraordinary, how hard you work over there, but the paparazzi follow you endlessly. Have you had any of those times where you've actually got to call home, one of those, "Hi, Mum, I have to tell you something before you see it" phone calls?
Oh, yeah, there's been lots of those. I mean, I'm one for having a great time, being spur of the moment, and always getting caught doing it. That's the thing. So Mum and Dad are kind of used to those phone calls now, but they said, you know, you're young, you're free, you know, have a great time. Luckily, they're not too kind of strict on me.
No, well, great success. Now, I know you mentioned from when you were, you know, yay big, your career blossomed from Young Talent Time, and we're lucky enough this morning to have on the line one Johnny Young, who joins us as a bit of a surprise. Good morning, Johnny.
Close your eyes and I'll kiss you.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Dannii. You didn't include All My Loving on your album. I've been playing it around the house. Why not? You could do a disco version of it.
My friends do get me to sing All My Loving all the time, and they always make me say goodnight, Australia, especially my Aussie friends living in London. Whenever they say goodbye to me, they go, "Goodnight, Australia." I'm like, come on. It was fantastic years, such happy times, and I always say to John, thank you, because I wouldn't be sitting here with the Greatest Hits album had he not taken the chance on this little girl who couldn't sing and couldn't dance.
Well, that's not true, Dannii. You know, I have to tell you, Kerri-Anne, and all of your viewers, when I first saw Dannii, she was at the Johnny Young Talent School, and she was passionate, as you know Dannii is, and passionate about her dancing. And I said to her, you know...
Oh, we're looking at some good old vision, Johnny. But was it that passion you identified? Rather, you know, there's talent and there's passion.
Well, it was passion and talent. I mean, Dannii could dance from, well, I think probably once she got out of nappies. But I said to her, you know, can you sing? And she said, I don't know. You know, and we gave her a few singing lessons, and she turned out to have a fabulous pop voice, as everyone will realise who buys her album.
They nursed me very well. They took me in and kind of gave me lots of love and nurturing, and I mean, we had loads and loads of rehearsals, so there was a lot of time to practice, and that was good for me. I needed that, but I just love doing the show every week.
I have to tell you, though, that, you know, Dannii, being the passionate person that she is, by the time she was 15 and on Young Talent Time, she was choreographing her own performances. She had her own clothing label, the Dannii clothing label. She was doing interviews for us on the show. As a matter of fact, Kerri-Anne, if you ever want to take a holiday, mornings with Dannii would be a fantastic job. And as I said, that passion was there in everything that Dannii's done. But I just like to say, Dan, and you know that my family feels this too. Dannii is passionately loyal to all of her friends. All of the kids that she worked with on Young Talent Time, and the people that she knew that when she was growing up. When you become a big star like Dannii, often they get, you know, forgotten. But Dannii keeps a very strong and passionate relationship with the people that she grew up with. Even my own daughters, and my daughter Fleur is a marketing manager for an Aussie clothing label called Body, and Dannii is wearing some of her clothes. And I just wanted to say thank you for that, Dannii, because, you know, your loyalty and your humility in the way that you are, you're a true star, and we love you.
I got to say, Johnny, that is just gorgeous to hear, because, you know, television and media sometimes display so many different characteristics, not all of them real, but it's nice to know it has always been true, honest and real, and thank you for giving us that insight. Good morning.
Terrific, thank you. Bye, Dan.
See ya. Bye.
Johnny Young. Cool.
Yeah, awesome.
nice?
Well, I guess we kind of grew up in a family in Young Talent Time, so it instilled that in me that, you know, you're a family and you stick together.
I so admire that loyalty, that work ethic that you and your entire family have strived for. It's really something to be admired. And thanks for joining us. Hey, all
you very
the
much.
best with the album. I know it'll go brilliant.
Cheers, thanks.
Dannii Minogue joining us. More coming up. Here's Roz.